Sadra. So I'm basically heading the digital marketing and product development department of Matrix. As we all know that Matrix is one of the pioneer organizations in the industry. Being an ethical organization, we support such initiatives for the improvement of the industry. For that, we are here with Ms. Rabia, who is a representative of Pakistan ILO organization. So Ms. Rabia, would you like to introduce yourself?
Thank you very much to Matrix Sourcing. It's indeed an opportunity for me to be talking about one of the key challenges and opportunities in Pakistan these days. And going back to my introduction, I'm Rabia Razzaque. I'm Senior Program Officer at the International Labour Organization based in Islamabad at the country office. My key areas of responsibilities include compliance with labor standards, which include international labor conventions and recommendations. But also something that you alluded to, which is including ethical sourcing in the industry, in the sector.
Rabia, we would like to know, what are the ILO or initiatives in Pakistan, how the organization works, and improving in the betterment for the industry.
Thank you, Sidra. An excellent question. I think before I start with what is ILO doing in Pakistan, it's important to understand why ILO was founded in the first place. Pakistan became a member of the ILO since its inception, which is 1947, and ILO in Pakistan had its office here, housed in Pakistan in 1970. And ever since Pakistan joined as a member, we've been helping Pakistan to strengthen its legislative framework around the world of work, which basically means ensuring rights are delivered to workers, but also that businesses are competitive and sustainable. Now, how are we doing that? ILO has the decent work agenda that the ILO promotes and propagates is 4 pillars, so to say. And these 4 pillars basically focus on international labor standards, compliance, and protection. So we help member countries improve their legal and policy environment with respect to labor regulations and governance of the world of work, but also by means of helping them ratify new conventions, which means, and as you know, the world of work is ever evolving. We are helping Pakistan, along with other countries in the region, to also look at favorably allowing new conventions, allowing new international labor standards to be ratified, to be discussed and consulted on, so that it provides an environment for new world of work to emerge, new sectors to emerge. Future of work hinges on these consultative processes. The second pillar that ILO promotes under the decent work agenda is social protection for all. Now, again, I will take the example of pandemic and now the floods. We see that a lot of people are not covered by social protection programs, such as cash transfers, such as health, such as education, and you name it. Social services are not accessible to everyone, especially in the rural areas, especially workers in the informal economy and informal employment. And these include people in the lowest tiers of supply chains, including the textile sector. So this is also something that Matrix Sourcing, along with its competitors, can look into with regards to strengthening really the lowest tiers of supply chain where people are not covered by either labor laws or social protection. The third important pillar on decent work is social dialogue and privatization. ILO is the only technical agency of the UN which is also tripartite in nature. Now, tripartite means that we work with 3 stakeholders, 3 constituents, which is the government and social partners. Social partners are employers and workers. And we work through their representative organizations. So it's important that you understand, and the audience, of course, to understand the governance of ILO and how it operates through its constituents towards delivering and contributing to larger ambitions and objectives such as sustainable development goals, but also national and provincial priorities and development agenda in the country. And the fourth, but very important pillar of the Decent Work Country program or the Decent Work agenda that the ILO promotes is moving towards a more inclusive society by including informal economy workers through regulations, through different programs of social protection and social security, but also working on their skills and employability. So we work with vulnerable groups, home-based workers, domestic workers, people in mining industry, people in construction industry, sanitation workers, and these are just a few to name. We work with all workers in all sectors of economy to help them and link them connect to better jobs, which means jobs that are giving them decent wages or living wages. Now the idea of decent wages is also evolving in nature, and we are talking about more fair wages, remuneration that is that commensurates the effort that they put in, but also equal opportunities, and not just to different sexes, but also to persons with disability, minority groups, people with different ethnic backgrounds, so on and so forth. We've had wonderful outcomes where we have seen over 90% of employment as a result. So this is how ILO leads the work on decent work agenda in Pakistan. We have a 5-year long country program, which is called the Decent Work Country Program. The current generation of the Decent Work Country Program is coming to a close in 2022. So we are working on the next policy framework for the next 5 years, which is again going to highlight 4 priority areas, including the ones I've already mentioned. But it's going to be big on crisis response and shock responsive, resilient communities and economies.